Hey, Bronx Arts team, this is Miss Jones, ready for our 7th grade science lesson. All right, so this is the lesson that will be due for Monday, March the 23rd. Can we make soap from fat? What type of fat are we talking about? We're talking about the type of fat that you use in the kitchen, like cooking oil, any type of coconut oil, something that you would use to maybe fry foods. That's the fat we're referring to. We will look at an experiment video and explore how some surprising substances can be combined to make soap. So we're going to actually look at 2 videos in total. Let's just watch this first one.
We all use soaps for washing, bathing, and cleaning. But what is a soap? Soap is a salt of a fatty acid. When fats react with a base, a soap is formed through a process called saponification. In saponification, the fats are first hydrolyzed into free fatty acids, which then combine with the alkali to form a crude soap. Today, we will see a small experiment to demonstrate saponification. Here we have a spirit lamp, sodium hydroxide solution, and fat in the form of vanaspati. Light the spirit lamp. Now pour some sodium hydroxide solution in the test tube. Add a little vanaspati to it. Hold the test tube with the holder and heat the solution. Observe. The vanaspati readily dissolves in sodium hydroxide. Shake the test tube. A frothy mixture is formed,
Which is actually soap. You guys start to see
this
it starting to form at the top.
Of a soap.
That's what he's pointing to, that soapy substance at the top.
Saponification is a process that produces soap, usually from fats and lye.
So I hope you guys saw that last word that he pointed to, which was the word lie. And that's not lie like you talk in school and you tell a lie. That lie is extremely dangerous. It's the sodium hydroxide portion of making soap. And please don't ever touch it. That stuff is extremely strong and it's very dangerous. So we don't want you guys to try this experiment at home. But again, the process of making soap is that wonderful big word you see at the top, which is called saponification. Saponification is the process of making soap using sodium hydroxide. Again, that's lye, Lye, and any type of fatty substance. The two of those together will form that chemical reaction and give you what we know as soap. Fats are hydrolyzed into fatty acids, which then combine with the alkali to form a crude soap. And crude soap, again, is just the soap that we're used to, what we're used to seeing. Using table salt can actually separate the salt pieces from the solution. The salt allows the solution to clump together to turn the soap into a solid form. So if you look in this dish, salt was actually added to that, and you can just see little white pieces starting to accumulate. You're going to actually see a video on that. So we're going to watch this next video, and we want to observe how salt affects the mixture of sodium hydroxide and fat.
Saponification, the process of making soap. We require measuring cylinders, common salt, glass beakers, coconut oil, 20% NaOH solution, Bunsen burner, funnel. Measure 25 ml coconut oil into a measuring cylinder.
This is
Pour
the
the oil
fat.
into a glass
Coconut oil is
beaker.
also a fat.
Take another measuring cylinder and measure 30 ml 20% NaOH solution into it.
This is your
Pour
sodium
it into the
hydroxide
beaker
or
containing
lye.
coconut oil. Stir the mixture vigorously using a glass rod. Touch the beaker from outside. It will be observed that the beaker is warm. This is due to the exothermic reaction between vegetable oil, that is coconut oil, and sodium hydroxide solution. Place the beaker on a Bunsen burner and heat it until the mixture becomes a whitish paste. The mixture is made up of soap in suspension form and glycerol. Remove the beaker from the flame and allow it to cool. Dip a red litmus paper in the suspension formed. When dipped in the suspension, red litmus paper changes to blue color. This shows that the soap solution is basic in nature. Dip
Litmus
a blue
paper is
litmus
just
paper in
used
the
for
suspension.
testing. We're not
The
going to
color of
use
blue
litmus
litmus
paper.
paper remains the same. This shows that soap suspension is not acidic in nature. Add 15 grams of common salt into the suspension.
There's the salt.
Stir it well with a glass rod.
Now watch
It
what
is
happens to the
observed that the
solution.
soap is precipitated out as a solid. Take a filter paper and fix it in a filter funnel and hold a glass rod over the funnel. Take the beaker containing soap and pour it over the glass rod and filter the mixture. Soap is left on the filter paper. Take a filter paper and remove soap from the funnel using a spatula and place it on the filter paper.
It became a solid, and that's the salt that helped it to become a solid.
Dry the soap by pressing it with another filter paper. Cut it into the desired shape with a knife. Soap is thus prepared.
And there's your soap. Let's just continue on. Let's just look at what we've learned today. Hopefully you understood the lesson on making soap from the substances fat and sodium hydroxide. Definitely a test question. What is another name for sodium hydroxide? And you would just say lye, L-Y-E. What type of reaction was this? You guys should know by now that we're looking at either a chemical reaction or a physical reaction. And hopefully everyone acknowledges and realizes that that was a chemical reaction. Chemical reaction means that we've completely changed the substance. There are a few other substances that you can make soap from, and most of these items are right in your home. Can you list at least 2 items not already mentioned that you can make soap with? There's space to provide this answer at the bottom of the required Google Doc. Now go to Google Docs and complete the observation chart and the questions on making sense. After you've completed that, you want to lastly complete the 4 questions on the Google form and submit. So let's just see what that looks like really quick. Clicking on the right window. This is your actual document that you guys are going to complete first. Let me make that window a little bit bigger. And so first you're going to do the data table, fill in the table below on your observation of making soap using fat. During mixing and heating of substances, what did you observe? After pouring the heated substances into the salt water, or we actually added salt to the substance, so it's the other way around. But tell me what your observation was. And after removing soap from the salt water or from the solution, it wasn't salt water, but from the solution, after we scooped out that soap, what did you observe? Then you do the making sense section. You watch the video on making soap, which is new stuff, from surprising ingredients, old stuff. Based on your observations, do you think what happened was a chemical reaction Please explain your ideas. Second question, what additional evidence would you need to verify whether this experiment involved a chemical reaction? And then here are the questions that were on that last slide that I told you would be provided, or you would have space to be able to answer on this particular document. And then lastly, you're just going to go to Saponification Quiz. Saponification is a word that you definitely need to know. There are only 4 questions there, so you can do this. Take your time, review the video again, take down some notes, and then just take this quick assessment. All right, and if you have any questions, I will be in the classroom tomorrow morning at 10:30. I look forward to seeing all of you there. Thank you.